Hi and welcome to AFTV. I've got Lee Judges with me. We're going to start at this because, we come as a pair now.
We come as a pair.
We come as a pair.
We're back.
We're back. And
back together.
It feels good. We're back together. We've just beaten Everton 2-0 in pre-season. Saka and Gabriel Jesus with the goals. But I want to start, Lee, kind of similar to when we was in Nuremberg. A game of two halves. First half in Nuremberg wasn't great. Second half was better. Today, the first half was a lot better. But the second half wasn't as great.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you what, that is the thing that is the highlight for me at this moment in time. And it's something that has surely got to be looking to the powers that be to say, look, this squad needs strengthening.
Yeah.
The 11 needs to be upgraded in certain areas, but the squad needs to be improved. It really does, and you could see that today. If we're going to get rid of 3 or 4, then we've got to bring in another 3 or 4. And the quality between the sort of 11, 12, 13 is good, but then it drops off. It completely drops off. But I'm not trying to be negative. That's a fact. That's a fact. What happens? How do you address that? Well, you have transfer windows to address that. In January, we chose to do nothing. Yep. You have a look at, say, for instance, Liverpool. They went and signed Diaz, so he's going to be not just for that January, but now for the future. We didn't do that in January, so we put a lot of emphasis on getting transfers done during this window. And then I hear people turn around and go, "Oh, we can't get more than 4, 5, 6." Well, yeah, you've chose to go down this route with this summer window. This summer window is very, very important. It's still important. I do get that there may be some signings after or during when the season starts.
Yeah, there's still time.
But ultimately, you want to see your main ones here.
Okay. Any let's talk about the new signings, because they feature today. There is still some question marks on some players. Fabio Vieira, we're still waiting yet to see. Marquinhos, we did see in Nuremberg, but not enough of him, so he didn't feature today. But let's talk about some players that we did see. We saw like some Matt Turner play. We saw Gabriel Jesus pick up a goal and an assist. Again, we were celebrating in Nuremberg and we're celebrating today. He seems like a great talent. There's some new signings. Saw Saliba return. We haven't seen him play in an Arsenal shirt, and he seemed like he had a good couple of minutes. Just thoughts on some of the new signings we saw.
Well, I think let's just take Jesus for starters. People will turn around and say it was only Nuremberg, and I get that. Today it was Everton. But Everton at a Premier League side look sharp. Yeah. Good finish. The first touch gets that goal. And it's not just his goals at the moment, it's his all-round play is impressive as well, so that's a big plus at the moment. I've got to say it was good to see Saliba in there. Now people are saying, oh well, didn't have a lot to do today. Well, he was up against Calvert-Lewin, who's an England international, physically looked the part. Yep. I have to say, impressive him. I'm going to say that. What I will say about him is, and it does look at this moment in time, he's not going to get bullied. You know what I mean? So I think that bears good for the future. And I'm going to have to say it now, I thought Eddie really impressed me when he come on. He's got the bit between his teeth. He looks like he really wants it. He looks that little bit sharper and good. People now I want to see a little bit more from Martinelli, if I'll be honest. I want to see a little bit more from Saka, but that will come with game time, And at this moment in time, I think that there's going to be a stage in the season, in pre-season, as you well know, I know, is when you start going 75 minutes and onwards. Those first couple of games, they're always like half and half, which now we've got over. Nuremberg and today, that's done now. Orlando may be a little bit mixed, but then come to the last one against Chelsea, and then more importantly the one against Seville back here, then I want to see us where we're getting to. But I was quite impressed. I have to say, I really enjoyed the first half. I thought we played some really good, slick stuff. The shutting down was good. And we looked sharp. I'm going to have to say this. Everton, in the Premier League, start off at the same time as us. We looked a little bit more sharper than them, looked a bit physically more stronger than them at this moment in time. So, From that point of view, very, very good.
Okay, I'll ask Dan about this. You spoke about Saliba. Ben White not featuring today. We didn't see him in Nuremberg as well. Just your thoughts on, should Ben White be sweating a little bit for the Saliba now coming into the fold and looking like you just said, they're sharp. Would it be a like of them two rotating, or should Ben White be worrying about that position?
I think he's got to worry about it, but what that would do is will up his game as well. That's what you're looking for. The good thing about the Saliba and Ben White. If, for instance, Ben White's not playing, say if it is Ben White, Saliba comes in, the drop of standard of play is minimal.
Yeah.
Minimal. You know what I mean? It's not like that in other areas. You know what I mean? Like that is what the competition you've got to get all round the park. Not, you know, if Tomiyasu doesn't play, the gaps with Cedric is there. Yeah. It's obvious. The left-hand side, you know, hopefully we get replacement in there. So that's not, you know, but again, that was obvious. Gabriel Mari, like, you know, there's a big gap. Saliba and Ben White, not. Now, if you're Ben White, you're looking at that and going, right, well, that's okay, but you know, I want competition all the way around here. You know, in midfield we've certainly not got that. Up front, there's a little bit more competition, but you know, no Smith Rowe today didn't even feature, did he?
Yeah, it's a good point. That's
so you know, I don't think he was even on the bench.
No.
So you know, these players are going to have to come in. I did say this before. This is a big pre-season for Smith Rowe. He's got to hit the ground running and prove a point. Yeah. But for me, Saliba couldn't do no more than what he done today. Good to see him playing.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.